Nanaimo is a city on Vancouver Island in British Columbia, Canada. It is known as the Harbour City. The city was previously known as the Hub City, which has been attributed to its original layout design where the streets radiated out from the shoreline like the spokes of a wagon wheel, as well as its generally centralized location on Vancouver Island. Nanaimo is also the headquarters of the Regional District of Nanaimo. History. The native people of the area that is now known as Nanaimo are the nəʻnaɪmoʊ. The first Europeans to find Nanaimo Bay were those of the 1791 Spanish voyage of Juan Carrasco, under the command of Francisco de Liza. They gave it the name Bocas de Windthausen. Nanaimo began as a trading post in the early 19th century. In 1849 the nəʻnaɪmoʊ chief Kiasakunin formed the Hudson's Bay Company of coal in the area. Exploration proved there was plenty of it in the area, and Nanaimo became chiefly known for the export of coal. In 1853 the company built a Nanaimo bastion, which has been preserved and is a popular tourist destination in the downtown area. Hudson's Bay Company employee Robert Dunsmuir helped establish coal mines in the Nanaimo Harbour area and later mined in Nanaimo as one of the first independent miners. In 1869 Dunsmuir discovered coal several miles north of Nanaimo at Wellington, and subsequently created the company Dunsmuir and Diggle Limited so he could acquire Crown land and finance the start-up of what became the Wellington Colliery. With the success of Dunsmuir and Diggle and the Wellington Colliery, Dunsmuir expanded his operations to include steam railways. Dunsmuir sold Wellington coal through its Departure Bay docks, while competing Nanaimo coal was sold by the London-based Vancouver Coal Company through the Nanaimo docks. The gassy qualities of the coal, which made it valuable, also made it dangerous. The 1887 Nanaimo mine explosion killed 150 miners and was described as the largest man-made explosion until the Halifax explosion. Another 100 men died in another explosion the next year. An internment camp for Ukrainian detainees, many of them local, was set up at a provincial jail in Nanaimo from September 1914 to September 1915. In the 1940s, lumber supplanted coal as the main business, although Minetown Days are still celebrated in the neighboring community of Landsville. Chinatowns. Nanaimo has had a succession of 4 distinct Chinatowns. The first, founded during the gold rush years of the 1860s, was the third largest in British Columbia. In 1884, because of mounting racial tensions related to the Dunsmuir Coal Company's hiring of Chinese strikebreakers, the company helped move Chinatown to a location outside city limits. In 1908, when 2 Chinese entrepreneurs bought the site and tried to raise rents in response, and with the help of 4,000 shareholders from across Canada, the community combined forces and bought the site for the third Chinatown at a new location, focused on Pine Street. The third Chinatown, by then mostly derelict, burned down on the 30th of September 1960. A fourth Chinatown, also called Lower Chinatown or New Town, boomed for a while in the 1920s on McLeary Street. Location and geography. Located on Vancouver Island, Nanaimo is about 110 kilometers northwest of Victoria and 55 kilometers west of Vancouver, separated by the Strait of Georgia, and linked to Vancouver via the Horseshoe Bay BC Ferries Terminal in West Vancouver. As the site of the main ferry terminal, Nanaimo is the gateway to many other destinations both on the northern part of the island, Tofino, Comox Valley, Parksville, Campbell River, Port Alberni, Rathtrevor Beach Provincial Park, and off its coast Newcastle Island, Protection Island, Gabriola Island, Valdez Island, and many other of the Gulf Islands. Buttertubs Marsh is a bird sanctuary located in the middle of the city. The marsh covers approximately 100 acres. Within this is the 46-acre Buttertubs Marsh Conservation Area, owned by the Nature Trust of British Columbia. Climate: like much of the coastal Pacific Northwest, Nanaimo experiences a temperate climate with mild, rainy winters and cool, dry summers. Due to its relatively dry summers, the Köppen climate classification places it at the northernmost limits of the CSB, a cool summer Mediterranean zone. Other climate classification systems, such as True Arthur, place it firmly in the oceanic zone. Nanaimo is usually shielded from the Aleutian lows influenced by the mountains of central Vancouver Island, so that summers are unusually dry for its latitude and location, though summer drying as a trend is found in the immediately of the coastal ranges as far north as Skagway, Alaska. Heavy snowfall does occasionally occur during winter, with a record daily total of 0.74 meters on the 12th of February 1975, but the mean maximum cover is only 0.2 meters. The highest temperature ever recorded in Nanaimo was 40.6 degrees Celsius on the 16th of July 1941. The coldest temperature ever recorded was -20.0 degrees Celsius on the 30th of December, 1968. Transportation. Nanaimo is served by 3 airports: Nanaimo Airport with services to Vancouver and Calgary, Nanaimo Harbour Water Airport with services to Vancouver Harbour and Vancouver Airport, and Nanaimo Long Lake Water Airport. Nanaimo also has 3 BC ferry terminals located at Departure Bay, Duke Point, and downtown. The downtown terminal services Gabriola Island, while Departure Bay and Duke Point service Horseshoe Bay and Sauvason respectively. Highways 119 and 19A traverse the city. Bus service in the city is provided by Nanaimo Regional Transit. The Nanaimo Port Authority operates the Inner Harbour Basin Marina, providing mooring for smaller vessels, and the W.E. Mills Landing and Marina, providing mooring for larger vessels. The Port Authority also operates 2 terminal facilities, one at Assembly Wharf and the second at Duke Point for cargo operations. In 2011, the authority completed the addition of a $22 million cruise ship terminal at Assembly Wharf capable of handling large cruise ships, including providing Canada Border Services Agency clearance. Demographics. The 2011 Canadian census reported that Nanaimo had a population of 83,810, a 6.5% increase since 2006. The size of the city's land area is 91.30 square kilometers, making the population density 918.0 people per square kilometer. The average age of a Nanaimoite is 44.8 years old, higher than the national median at 40.6. The average number of people occupying one dwelling in the city is 2.3 people. In Nanaimo, there are 38,800 private dwellings, 36,204 which are occupied by usual residents. The median value of these dwellings are $348,460, which is a fair bit higher than the national median at $280,552. The average household income in Nanaimo is $48,469, slightly lower than the national median at $54,089. The median individual income is $27,620, which is also a bit lower than the national median. The unemployment rate was 9.2%. The racial composition of Nanaimo is mostly made up of descendants of Europeans. However, the Aboriginal population ratio is larger than the national ratio. The entire racial makeup is. More than half of Nanaimo's residents do not practice any religion, considerably higher than the national ratio. However, for those who do participate in religions, most are of the Christian faith, but there are still sizable Sikh communities and Buddhist communities. Nanaimo's population is predominantly Anglophone. According to the 2011 census, 88.6% of the population reported English only as mother tongue, 1.4% reported French only, and 9.1% reported only a non-official language. Economy. The original economic driver was coal mining. However, the forestry industry supplanted it in the early 1960s with the building of the Macmillan Bleedle pulp mill at Harmac in 1958, named after Harvey Macmillan. Today the pulp mill is owned by the employees and local investors and injects well over $500,000 a day into the local economy. The largest employer is the provincial government. The service, retail and tourism industries are also big contributors to the local economy. Technological development on Nanaimo have been growing with companies such as næʻnaɪmoʊ and the establishment of government-funded Innovation Island as a site to help Nanaimo-based technological startups by giving them access to tools, education and venture capital. The average sale price of houses in Nanaimo for 2011 was approximately $350,000. A recent surge of higher-density real estate development, centered in the Old City, downtown area, as well as construction of a city-funded waterfront conference center, has proven controversial. Proponents of these developments argue that they will bolster the city's economy, while critics worry that they will block waterfront views and increase traffic congestion. Concerns have also been raised about the waterfront conference center's construction running over its proposed budget. The current council is working hard to solve homeless issues, and has established a strong relationship with the provincial government to provide several hundred low-income housing spaces. Nanaimo has also been experiencing job growth in the technology sector. Media outlets. Nanaimo is served by two newspapers, the Harbour City Star with approx. 37,000 copies once per week, and the Nanaimo News Bulletin, which is owned by Black Press. On January 29, 2016, its third newspaper, the 141-year-old Nanaimo Daily News, shut down. Nanaimo also hosts a bureau for CIVIDT and a satellite office for Czech.It. Nanaimo is also served by the Jim Patterson Group's CHWF-FM and CKWV-FM, as well as CHLY-FM, an independent community campus radio station, and Vista Radio's CKAY-FM. CBC Radio 1 is heard over CBU from Vancouver, providing Nanaimo with local programming from Vancouver instead of from Victoria. Politics. Federal. In the House of Commons of Canada, Nanaimo is represented by Sheila Malcolm's New Democratic Party, representing the riding of Nanaimo, Ladysmith. The city was split into two separate ridings, Nanaimo-Cowichan, which includes South Nanaimo and Cassidy, and Nanaimo-Alberni, which includes North Nanaimo and Landsville, until the 2012 federal electoral redistribution. Provincial. In the Legislative Assembly of British Columbia, Nanaimo is represented by the ridings of Nanaimo, Nanaimo-North Cowichan, and Nanaimo-Parksville. Civic. The mayor of Nanaimo is currently Bill McKay, who replaced John Rutten in 2014. The most colorful and famous mayor Nanaimo ever had was Frank J. Ney, who instigated Nanaimo's well-known bathtub races, which he regularly attended dressed as a pirate. There is a statue to commemorate Ney, dressed in his pirate costume, at SWY-Alana Lagoon, which is on the Nanaimo waterfront. Ney was also an MLA for the Social Credit Party while he was also mayor. An elementary school has been named in his honor. Mark Bate became Nanaimo's first mayor in 1875. He served an additional 15 one-year terms as mayor. Open government. The city's planning department has, over the past 5 years, steadily produced enough municipal data to warrant a Time magazine article on open government. Nanaimo has been dubbed the capital of Google Earth. Working directly with Google, the city fed it a wealth of information about its buildings, property lines, utilities and streets. The result is Earth. Nanaimo, California, a wealth of city data viewed through the Google Earth 3D mapping program. Their open data catalog is available at http://. Data. Nanaimo, California. Education. Nanaimo has over 30 elementary and secondary schools, most of which are public and are operated by School District 68. Nanaimo Lady Smith Aspen Grove School is a JRK Grade 12 independent school accredited as an International Baccalaureate World School and offers the IB primary years, IB middle years and IB diploma program, and received a 10 out of 10 by the IB organization in 2011. The Conseil Scolaire Francophone de la Colombie-Britannique operates 2 francophone schools, École OCE Acute Primary School and the École Secondaire de Nanaimo. The main campus of Vancouver Island University is located in Nanaimo, which brings many international students, mostly East Asian, to the city. Arts. The Nanaimo Art Gallery has 2 locations, and showcases works by many artists year-round. The Port Theatre in downtown Nanaimo hosts many performers and shows during the year. Smaller, local theatre companies such as In Other Words Theatre, Western Edge Theatre and Schmooze Productions perform at the Nanaimo Center Stage. Nanaimo also began running a Fringe Theatre Festival in 2011. A huge component of the underground music scene in Nanaimo is from the student body of Vancouver Island University. The Nanaimo Blues Society has organized and presented 5 highly successful summertime blues festivals. These outdoor blues festivals have been held in downtown Nanaimo, featuring local, provincial, national and internationally renowned blues musicians. Nanaimo Summertime Blues Festival. The Nanaimo Concert Band, known as the oldest continuous community band in Canada, was established in 1872. They maintain a regular schedule of concerts and feature some of the best musicians in the area. Nanaimo Concert Band. The music department at Vancouver Island University offers a Bachelor of Music in Jazz Studies. Faculty members include guitarist Pat Coleman, trumpeter Greg Bush, and bassist Ken Lister. Vancouver Island University Jazz Program. The Nanaimo Conservatory of Music, a non-profit, charitable organization, has been offering classical music lessons and producing concerts since 1977. Nanaimo Conservatory of Music. Other prominent musicians in Nanaimo include classical trumpeter Paul Rathke and jazz composer and author Andrew Holmesy. Culture. The Nanaimo Bar, which is a no-bake cookie bar with custard filling, is a Canadian dessert named after Nanaimo. Nanaimo hosts the annual Nanaimo Marine Festival. Part of the festival includes the bathtub race. The race starts in the Nanaimo Harbour downtown, goes around Entrance Island, northwest to Winchelsea Islands by Nanu's Bay and finish in Departure Bay back in Nanaimo. Until the 1990s, the race alternated between racing from Nanaimo to Vancouver and from Vancouver to Nanaimo. Sports. Nanaimo is home to the largest sports club on Vancouver Island, Harbour City Football Club. HCFC is home to over 1,700 members and is also affiliated with Nanaimo United Adult Soccer Club, which is one of the oldest sports clubs in Canada. Nanaimo is home to North America's first legal, purpose-made bungee jumping bridge, operated by Wild Play Element Parks. Nanaimo is home to the Canadian Junior Football League's Vancouver Island Raiders, who play at Caledonia Park. Nanaimo is home to the British Columbia Hockey League's Nanaimo Clippers and to the Western Lacrosse Association's Nanaimo Timbermen, both of which play at the Frank Crane Arena. Nanaimo is home to the Nanaimo Buccaneers of the Vancouver Island Junior Hockey League, who play at the Nanaimo Ice Centre. The Nanaimo Pirates of the BC Premier Baseball League play at Seroxman Stadium. Football Nanaimo plays at Pioneer Park. Nanaimo is home to the Senior A lacrosse team, the Timbermen of the Western Lacrosse Association. Nanaimo is also home to the Junior A Timbermen and the Intermediate A Timbermen. Notable residents: Alfred George Richard Red Carr, father of Gene Carr, who played 8 seasons of senior hockey before he played NHL hockey in 1943 for the Toronto Maple Leafs. When he retired, he coached hockey for the Vancouver Island Amateur League and was posthumously inducted into the Nanaimo Sports Hall of Fame in 2010. Gene Carr, NHL hockey player drafted by St. Louis Blues, New York Rangers, LA Kings, Pittsburgh Penguins and Atlanta Flames. Justin Chatwin, actor. Jimmy Claxton, baseball pitcher, born in nearby Wellington, who broke the U.S. baseball color line. Raymond Collar Shaw, one of the highest-scoring British aces of World War I, ranking overall 3rd in the British Empire with 60 confirmed kills. Alison Crowe, singer-songwriter and pianist. John DeSantis, actor, best known for his role of Lurch on The New Addams Family. Jodelle Ferland, actress. David Gogo, blues guitarist. Paul Gogard, keyboardist for the rock band Trooper. Ashley Harrington, actress. Christopher Hart, actor and magician, best known for his role of the disembodied hand thing in The Addams Family film series. Ingrid Jensen, jazz trumpeter. Susan Juby, author. Diana Krall, jazz pianist and vocalist. Tim Lander, poet. Steve Smith, professional downhill mountain biker. Shane Sutcliffe, boxer. Kirsten Sweetland, triathlete. Susan Morgan, Oregon politician, was born here. Sister cities. Nanaimo has one sister city, Saitama City, Saitama Prefecture, Japan.